When Vegeta first meets Kaba on the battlefield of the Universe 6 tournament, he walks over to Kaba and they fight a little bit. And the fighting is a little bit different in the manga than it is in the anime. But the general theme at the end of their skirmish and right before they go Super Saiyan, he says, in your normal state, you are exactly like me in both the anime and the manga because they're running, congruently and therefore can match. You tell me that that's not them trying to be at least consistent before they go off the... I keep explaining to people that non-canon doesn't exist in Dragon Ball. Torishima, who basically wrote the story with Toriyama, denies different continuities. Toriyama says things that don't follow the main story, just takes place in another dimension. Everything is canon. What? Note that DBZ Room Torishima didn't understand the word canon at first. Once we explained it as events chronologically, he laughed when he realized the question was about. I'll just give my personal view on my personal view. That's an important context. It skates you by from...
The personal context means, yeah, but we still want to make Dragon Ball superheroes. Or Dragon Ball Heroes. So
no, personal context means I could be wrong because at any moment this could change. However,
the only thing that changed about Z was literally...
I'll just give my personal view. First of all, Toriyama was very, very messy. He often forgot the character continuity, which is a factual statement. Second, he was always focused on what would make fans happy, so he made up stories that don't overlap. He has plenty of story that overlaps. It's called the timeline. In short, there's no continuity or timeline, period. Literally at the beginning of like 2 movies.
How do you grow up if there's no timeline?
How do you grow up if there's no timeline? How do you get from point A to point B if there's no timeline?
How do you get a kid if there's no timeline? If there's no timeline...
How do you fuck with time if there's no timeline?
How is there no timeline if Trunks is fucking with the timeline?
It doesn't make any sense to me.
How are you gonna be a Dragon Ball fan, play every game that has ever came out, and guess what? The main bad guy is fucking with in every video game ever. They're fucking with the main timeline, the canon events.
Yeah, they're keeping on the path.
You're fighting Vegeta in every video game. You're fighting Cell in every video game. You're fighting Boo at the end of every video game. I'm sorry, those are things that just need to happen.
Wait, so Torishima said there is no canon? Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
What you should say is nothing matters anymore.
In any case, it's just a matter of somebody like misspeaking, because I'm sure if you just asked him, you know that a person grows up and fights specific bad guys at specific points in their lives.
The Red Ribbon Army popping up? Why would Zoro even have hatred in his heart if there's no timeline to say otherwise? How do you have world building in Daima?
Daima is literally just chock full of lore. It's like the whole point of Daima was to feed the lore heads.